So I've got some juicy information for you guys today, but what's going on, guys, in the works, and I'm going to be bringing you this quick little video, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some interesting stuff I dug up today and I saw floating about the interwebs that pertain to the new DLC coming out in June. We're going to talk about some new game modes, some new things that are going to be coming down the pipe. Some more stuff has been unveiled, thankfully. But this game right here it's going to be a defense and attack side. It's going to be two snippets of a really successful attack and a really successful defense. But yeah, sit back and enjoy while we talk this over. But a lead developer for the Close Combat DLC was interviewed the other day, and he talked a little bit about the new game modes and the challenges they had on bringing the current game modes to the new DLC, because there's no doubt that the Close Quarters DLC is going to be really hard to fit in Rush. Well, unfortunately, he pretty much confirmed that there would be no Rush in the new game type, or in the new DLC, because the game type just doesn't fit. It just didn't work. He said the whole premise behind Rush is to have a giant adventure throughout the map, is the way he described it. It's kind of like this progressive movement throughout the map, and you suddenly get to the end of the base and you're just like you feel really accomplished. Well, he said you didn't get that feeling from these maps, and it just did not work properly with the incom stations. It was just too cluttered and it wasn't a really enjoyable experience. So he said that they would not allow Rush on those maps. So that's kind of unfortunate, since I mostly play Rush these days. I don't really focus a whole lot on Conquest anymore, so that was kind of a bummer. But then he had one cool thing to say, is that they're bringing out a new game type that's going to be based around the already Conquest game type. So you're looking at what they're calling Conquest Domination, which apparently it's based off the TDM spawns, but it's kind of like a hybrid between TDM and where'd that guy come from? It's a hybrid between TDM and Conquest. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this really plays out, because if you don't know, TDM spawns are absolutely horrible. So I'm guessing the overall way this game plays is going to be where you can only spawn on that flag, obviously. So maybe the spawn system might work a little bit better, because in TDM you can spawn anywhere and it just gets really hectic. So I'm curious to see more details about this new game type and how it plays out. But apparently the inspiration behind this game type was from the Unreal Domination back in the late 90s, like 99, I think, early 2000s. They said that they played a lot of Unreal Tournament and they got their idea basically from this game, and they said it plays really, really well on these new maps. So I'm really curious to see how this plays out. But I will link the article in the description if you want to check out anything about this, kind of hear the minor details of it that I'm skimming over. But I'm kind of excited that they're finally bringing us a new game type, because the one criticism I've always had to Battlefield is that they don't have a whole lot of game types. There's always been the same old things in some different way. Like, even though we have Squad Rush and Squad TDM, all they are is different versions of what we already have. So really, beyond TDM, which I'm not a huge fan of, the only other thing we have is Rush and Conquest. So it gets kind of old to have the same game types to play over and over, and I'm really optimistic that these new game types can be a lot of fun, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little bit tired of playing Rush all the time. Although I do love Rush, don't get me wrong, I love Rush a lot, but it'll be nice to see how these new game types play out. And I'm glad to see that they're going to be bringing some objective type game types. That was kind of redundant. Some objective modes into this new DLC, because I was a little worried that it was going to be just TDM, because I wasn't sure if Rush could actually play on that map, on any of these maps. But luckily, it looks like we're going to be getting some objective modes in the new DLC, and that's pretty exciting for me, because it'll make things a lot less painful. Because like I said, I don't really like TDM a whole lot. I mean, I play it from time to time just to level up, but the biggest problem with TDM is this: people can spawn anywhere and it's really hectic. And I guess if you're all about the kills, that's the way to go, but I'm an objective guy, and I don't know. So pretty awesome news, guys. Check that out. Oh, another thing I want to talk about real quick before this video ends. They did confirm that they are considering allowing more than 16 players for PC, so that's pretty good news in my eyes. They're going to see how the maps work before they decide if they're going to put a player restriction on them. They might allow PC to have a greater number of players than the allotted 16 that console is going to be kind of stuck at. So pretty awesome news for both console and PCs, but I'm pretty excited to see this new game type, see how it plays out. Hopefully it'll play a little bit better than Conquest does, because sometimes Conquest gets pretty boring. But I will see you guys next time. Peace.